so good. I could cry. I'm like crying at my abilities right here. Babe, this is so good. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Heather, the self-proclaimed chef, and tonight we're elevating another weeknight meal. One that you have your friends come over for dinner, you show off a little bit. We are making BEET infused 3-cheese tortellini. It's all homemade, all fresh ingredients, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I hope you're drinking along with me as we make this meal together. I already whipped up my pasta dough. It's resting for 30 minutes behind me, so I'm actually gonna start working on my filling. I'll leave the pasta dough recipe in the description so that you guys can check it out and do it yourself. Super easy, it's just eggs, flour. I pureed some roasted beets and I added that into the dough so that way it turned a beautiful red color and it's gonna be so pretty when we plate this meal. My filling is going to consist of goat cheese, Parmesan cheese, ricotta cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and I also have some fresh parsley and fresh mint. And I'm gonna wilt these herbs down before I add them into the cheeses. All of that is gonna create my filling for our pasta today. I can already smell this mint. I love, love the scent of fresh mint. It's so vibrant. Honestly, it makes me want to drink mojitos. For all my mojito fans, you know what I'm talking about. So now that I have all of my herbs here that are going into the filling, I'm going to place them into some hot water that I already have on the stove. And this is just going to break them down a little bit. We don't want to cook them, we just want them to wilt. We don't want them to change color. We still want that vibrant green color in our filling. So we're just adding them to some hot water. Okay, you want to wilt these down for about 2 minutes and then we're going to pour some cold water on top to stop the cooking process. We're going to strain our herbs and we're going to blot them dry because we really don't want them to be very wet. These smell so good, so fragrant. I love fresh herbs. And since we're getting close to summer, it just reminds me of like the beach, you know, the ocean and the beach. That's what everyone wants. Okay, take a paper towel and you blot like so. And we're gonna set this aside because we're actually gonna add these herbs into a food processor with all of our cheeses, and that's how we're gonna compile our filling today. I gotta get my food processor. Big boy food processor. This isn't for the faint-hearted, this one. We're getting chefy. We're getting chefy today. You can call me Chef H. Wine break. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. We gotta open this. I just want to sing tonight. You know, sometimes you just want to sing. Okay. Ricotta cheese. I would say like a half a cup of ricotta cheese in there. The best part about cooking off the cusp, the way that I do, because it really is an intuitive thing that I do. You can always, taste it. And if you don't like it, you just add whatever you like. You just keep mixing it up. That's why I'm a self-proclaimed chef. I love goat cheese. It's so creamy. I'm putting like this whole thing in there. Might as well. I came this far. Pecorino adds that oomph that you're looking for, that Italian oomph, like Pecorino and Parmesan. They're like brother and sister. They're like the perfect pairing of cheeses. So this is aged Pecorino. And I'm gonna put, I don't know, probably like 2 tablespoons of Pecorino in there. It's a very strong flavored cheese, but it's a flavor that I enjoy. Pepper, another brother and sister duo. Salt and pepper. Secret ingredient. Just a tad. Olive oil never hurt nobody. Okay. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You can run. I don't know the song. I don't know the words, but I love that song. OMG. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's good. So good. I'm gonna try it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's delicious. It's so freaking good. But I'm gonna add a little bit more pecorino romano because I'm a little concerned about the consistency. So I'm just gonna add a little more pecorino to like dry it up a little bit and obviously pack that punch of flavor. Wow, this is gonna be incredible. Amazing. That's done. Since my filling is done, I'm actually going to place it in the fridge because I kind of want it to harden up just a little bit. Obviously, my cheese has been sitting out on the counter for, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. No, that's a lie. It's been sitting out for an hour. So I'm going to place it in the fridge just to get the consistency that I'm looking for when I go to put together my tortellini. Just come. You see you turned the camera on. I see you turn the camera on. I'm waiting. You and you. When you got really long arms, 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 arms. Salud. The more I drink, the more fun we have. Okay, guys, I have my pasta here. This is a homemade pasta dough infused with beets, okay? And if you don't love beets, this is a perfect way to incorporate them into your diet, okay? Pasta it's not healthy, but it's also not bad for you, so why not just put beets in it and make it healthy? Said no one ever. But honestly, I've seen this on Instagram so many times, people making these gorgeous pastas with infused beets, infused spinach, and so I just thought, I want to freaking give that a try. What I'm gonna do is I have a floured surface here. I add a little bit of flour onto my surface so that my dough doesn't stick. And I'm gonna start kneading this out with my hand, just like this. At this point in time, I don't want to overwork the dough because I'm about to use my KitchenAid to roll out my dough into sheets. Now, if you don't have a KitchenAid, you can do this by hand at home, or you can buy one of those like, I don't know, they're more like a manual roller, and they sell in Home Goods. You can go find one in Home Goods probably for like 30 bucks, super cheap. So don't feel like you need a KitchenAid to make homemade pasta because that's not the case. And once I get it like this, I actually like to use a knife to cut it in half because I'm gonna start feeding it through my KitchenAid pasta roller. Try and get it as flat as you possibly can. Look at this. Look at this color. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is actually my first time making tortellini too. It's on camera. I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, I need to hydrate. Hold on. Putting this on the thickest setting. So basically, I'm going to feed my pasta dough through here on the thick setting, and I'm going to try to get it to be like a perfect rectangular shape. So that's my goal right now. And you just feed your dough through. You feed your dough through like this. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. See that? It's already starting to look rectangular. So I fold it together. This is how you really get the shape you're looking for. Oh gosh, it's good. I'm gonna turn this off for a second because I can tell just by touching the dough that it's starting to get a little sticky here, so I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. You don't wanna have sticky dough. Okay, and I'm gonna start thinning this out. So I'm moving my KitchenAid pasta roller to a 2. Okay, I started on a 1, and I'm going to a 2, and I'm gonna feed this through. That's a little high. Okay, here we go. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. We're going to 3. We're moving fast here. This is how you move fast. Look at that. We're going to 4. Now, obviously, I'm going to turn this off. Obviously, you can see this is starting to get longer, right? And it starts to be unmanageable. You can't work with it that long, so I'm going to cut this in half. And I'm going to add a little bit more flour. Just to the top. I don't want it to stick. I don't want nothing to stick. Look at this. Now, I ran it through to a 5, okay? And I can feel that the pasta dough is starting to get a little soft, and I can see that by putting my hands here. I'm putting my hands here, and honestly, if I let this sit on my hand for long enough, it would break through. So that's how I know personally, that's how I know that my dough is starting to get thin enough where I can start working it into a pasta shape. So I'm going to leave these sheets out because that's how I'm going to start making my tortellini. But I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to run this through. To the same setting, I'm going to run this through to a 5. All right, now that I have my pasta dough all laid out, I'm going to take a glass, and I'm just going to use this to cut out circles. And that's going to be the basis of our tortellini. So this is basically what you're looking for. And just like that, with a little movie magic, I have my tortellini all cut out. I'm going to start filling them, and we're going to get them put together because I am getting hungry. My filling hardened up a little bit since it was in the fridge, which is great. It's a great consistency. And as you can see, I'm just using my fingers here and a spoon. This one might have a little too much. And I'm placing a little dollop of filling right in the center. I'm trying to work fast. I'm hungry. I love tortellinis. When I was a child, my favorite thing to eat was tortellini with butter and Parmesan cheese. There was like nothing better than that. It was comforting. I don't know, it just tasted so good, and like it felt so good. And then I really got into like the mini raviolis. Oh man, the mini raviolis. Wow, I should get some of those. Look at that. Chef's kiss. Now that I have all my tortellini cut out and my filling placed in the center, I'm going to start actually making the tortellini. And this is how you do it. So sometimes it's really easy if you work with a little bit of water and you just put some water around the edges of your pasta that you're working with. You're going to fold it in half, and you're going to start pressing around the filling and pressing the edges together. And that is how you seal the pasta in, or seal the filling in to your pasta. Okay, once you do that, you want to start pushing your finger against the edge here. And when you push your finger into the filling area, your points are going to go up, and then you just place them together, put a little bit of pressure on the edge, and that's your tortellini. Just like that. That's a homemade tortellini. Look at that. Not so bad for the first tortellini on camera. What do you think? Water right there. I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to press lightly against the edges. Pick it up. seal it in. And pinch the edges together. And that's your tortellini. I have my tortellini ready. My water is boiling. I'm gonna start making my sauce. And tonight I'm making a lemon butter sauce. It's gonna be super fresh, super light, great for summer, and it's gonna pair so nicely with my tortellini. So to start that off, I'm gonna take this butter, I'm gonna put it in my pan. I already heated this up. And I'm gonna let this melt down. And I need a spoon. And I need a spoon. Why do I always do that face? Jake loves when I do this. The dogs are entertained. Are you not entertained? Okay. All right, I'm the weirdo that cooks in my kitchen by myself. It makes myself laugh. Hey, you want to be my friend? Yeah, you there. Okay, I'm keeping this heat on low because I don't want my butter to burn. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this is dandelion root. Dandelion root is like, it's a little bitter. I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat some to show you that it's bitter, even though I already know it's bitter. So bitter. It's so good when you put it in a fatty butter. The pairing is just delicious. I have pine nuts here, which is gonna add a nice crunch to our dish, and some fresh lemon zest to really bring out that lemon flavor. This is all going in the pan. Dandelion root, these are gonna wilt down. That's what we want. We want that wilted down, and we want it to cook a little bit to take that bitterness out of it. In the meantime, I'm gonna add my zest, lemon zest. I'm gonna stir this up. My pan's on low right now. I'm also going to add some olive oil to give a little bit of extra flavor town. I love a good olive oil butter sauce. I'm going to squeeze my fresh lemon in here. Lots of lemon flavor. I'm going to bring this up to a medium heat, and let it cook down. Once my sauce is cooked down and my greens are cooked and wilted, I'm gonna add my pine nuts in to crisp them up a little bit. A little fresh pepper, a little bit of salt. This feels like a lot of bit of salt. It's just because my grinders, they need more salt in them. This is starting to bubble. Oh gosh, this is gonna be so good. My greens are getting wilted, and that's my sign to start adding in my pine nuts. These are gonna get toasted in with that butter, and they're gonna add such a nice texture to our dish. Now that we have our sauce cooking down over here, I'm actually gonna put this on a low heat. My water is boiling for my pasta, and I'm gonna start placing my tortellini in by hand. We're gonna let those cook probably for about 10 minutes. You just drop them in, man. Best of luck to you, little guys. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Oh my God, babe, this is so good. It's the best pasta I've ever made. Now I'm gonna take my tortellini, which are cooked. I'm gonna place them right into my sauce. Look at these beautiful little pillows. Beautiful little pillows I made. They're pink too. They're not that red, you know. I didn't want to add too much beet because it was my first time making them, but I might add a little more next time. Making pasta is such a labor of love. You really have to appreciate it when it's homemade. Every time I go to a restaurant, I ask if the pasta is homemade because they don't always tell you. Sometimes it is, and they don't even put it on their menus. I'm so excited to eat these. We're gonna put these into a bowl, put some fresh Parmesan on top, and it's gonna be delicious. Okay, my tortellini's done. It's plated into my bowl. I'm so excited to try this out. This is my first time making tortellini, you guys, and I made it for you on camera. I'm gonna finish it off with some Parmesan cheese, fresh grated, of course, because there's no other way. Look at this. Tell me when to stop. You know when they say that in the restaurants, tell me when to stop? That's my favorite because I never tell them when to stop. All right, you guys, you're going to experience the first bite with me right now. Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I honestly don't know if I'm ready. I'm going to put this whole thing in my mouth.
How was it?
Honestly, like I'm wearing a mic right now. I want to take it off and like throw it on the ground, like mic drop. It's so good. It's so good. I could cry. I'm like crying at my abilities right here. Babe, this is so good. I'm crying. I'm crying. Babe, it's so good. I'm so proud of myself. Self-proclaimed chef. Self-taught, guys. Honestly, you put in the work. You put in the effort. This is the result right here. Now I'm going to go finish this bowl. Babe, it's so good.